Hey guys, so it's snowing, which is exciting, right? Anyway, I did take the Mule out today, and what you're gonna discover is it didn't really work out so good. So I'm gonna tell you why I don't think the Mule is up to this task. So first issue, and it's been sitting in the snow for, I don't know, probably 20 minutes now, but initially I took it out of my unheated attached garage, and of course the temperature of the windshield is just a little bit warmer than it is outside, and the first thing that happened is the snow got stuck to the windshield, and of course I couldn't see where I was going. Makes it very difficult. That means you got to lean out the side doors, and of course it's a narrow machine, so leaning out the side doors isn't such an issue, but it definitely doesn't make it for an easy plow. The other side of this is this Moose plow. The one thing I've discovered is it's pretty great, except to install it. It takes forever. And the reason is these pins here and here, so what happens is it doesn't line up. You have the holes on the bracket here, and then you have a hole in this pusher, and of course you can get one in, but when you come to the other side, they don't line up. There's just no easy way to get it to do it. I've tried everything for an easy solution, lifting, pushing things around. It ultimately came down to jamming things around and then hitting it with a rubber mallet till it finally got in. So I'm not impressed with that system, and I'm sure there's other systems that are a better quick attach. So anyway, what I think about this plow on a day like today is, why would I use that when I've got this? So I was lazy last night. It was dark when I got home, and I just didn't get my act together and hook this thing up. Now I've got some motivation, so I'm gonna back the tractor up, take the loader off, and then come back in for a hookup. I'll probably bring the camera back to it when it's time for the hookup. All right, guys, I'm back. All right, so process has started. As you can see, one loader is off. That went fine on a nice snowy day. Just trying to keep everything moving. So loader is off. Next, got this piece. It's actually got to get installed onto the tractor, which again is not much of a job. So I'll show you that. Then we're going to end up hooking up to the blower over here. And then finally there's a PTO shaft that's got to go underneath the tractor, and that will be probably the worst part of it, because that's laying down on the ground there. But anyway, what a party. That's all because I was just a little too lazy to deal with this yesterday. So all right, I'm gonna grab some gloves here. The hand's a little bit warm. You guys have to bear with me on this process. It's been a while since I've installed this, like a whole season, so we'll see how easy it is. This piece, of course, is gonna need to come out. All right, that piece is on. God, I guess we could. No, we'll go. We're gonna go. So the next part of this is just to bring the snowblower up here. I mean the snowblower, the tractor over. Make the connection over here. Hook up the lines and crawl under the tractor. So what you can see is this piece here is gonna fit under this piece here and attach that way, which of course I was trying to keep the snow out, but anyway, we'll see how that goes. All right, guys, I'll probably shut you off until we. All right, well, that was quick. We're at the next part. Again, I told you I'm a little rusty, but the next part is just to install these two lines here. It's gonna be nice. I'm not really sure. I guess I gotta look at the. All right. Well, the dealer was kind enough to set this up. He put a red tie, so obviously we know this is gonna go to the red. I just looked over at the blower. The blower's got a green and a yellow on it, so by default, this is gonna go to blue. All right, let's run them through. All right, so if you're wondering what this little rat's nest is, this is Mimi's solution to having these things hang. So it's a little long. I guess I could cut it, but basically I just wrap it around. So I gotta grab me a paper towel. All right, just trying to keep some of the water out of this, the hydraulics. So this is the blue one. All right, that's firm. All right, halfway there. All right, guys, so these pens didn't line up. So what I'm thinking the best idea would be to get this pallet off, put it on some level ground, see if they line up at that point, and then we'll go for another solution after that. move this thing. All right, well, that was exciting. So things aren't lining up, this and this. So the thought is like there might be a little debris under here. Alright guys, so I basically disconnected the PTO, pulled this thing apart, and was looking for what might be the cause. So we'll see if this is it. But what I did find is, and I don't know if you can see it, we have some snow in here, and that could be enough. At both sides, everything's looking clean. We'll take another shot at it and see if that's the problem. obviously sometimes you just gotta start over and figure out what's going on. So ultimately that was the issue. Let's we'll just flip around, see if we can get this from this side. Then we get that big piece that's got to go underneath. Guys, so now we solved that initial problem with installing the snowblower. Snowblower is actually installed. The only thing that's left is the PTO. So you can see this side will go on the shaft underneath the mid PTO, and then this is going to go on this long spline right there. I'm going to put the unit down onto the ground, just everything lines up a little easier. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take and get us off of this mid PTO so that if I need to turn things, well, that won't be easier said than done, won't it? Let's see if we start the unit up. All right, well. Alright guys, so now we're in the tractor itself. I'm going to shut it off so we can talk for a second. So installing this PTO, what I did was I put the snowblower down on the ground. I've got that PTO shaft that's left to install. I'm going to take us off of the mid-range PTO so I can actually spin it around. So now I'm just in the rear, I don't know if you can see it, of course you can, rear PTO, not mid PTO. And that'll give me a chance to make it easier to hook up. All right, let's go outside and we'll do the last job, which is my favorite, crawling under a tractor when there's a pile of snow on the ground. So first of all, let's get this baby under. And of course, I'm sure having a little extra snow on it's gonna make things line up just like it did last time. I don't know, we'll see if you guys can see anything. All right, that was the fun part. Let's go for the rest. You can see the frame for the mid-mount mower is still on. All right, guys, so our goal is that. Things don't always work the way you want them. Oh, well, I don't know. You're just gonna have to, we'll see. Maybe I can leave you here. All right, here we are, having fun on the ground in the snow. Trying to one hand, oh, maybe two hand. Okay. So for one, I don't believe we're lined up. I'm just gonna turn it a little bit and drop you guys. Hopefully that didn't hurt any, guys. Didn't hurt your head. I'm trying to reach over here, pick you up. How's that? Feeling better? We'll try this one more time. And of course, everything's cold. All right, you just have to take my word for it. It's installed. There might have been a few words said down there that I'm not sure were appropriate for YouTube, but anyway, I'm sure I wouldn't have taught most of you guys anything new. So that's installed. The last thing to do is we got to run the rotation for the chute lines over. They're going to follow kind of the same path. As you can see, this kind of makes it a little difficult. Every time you want to use your loader in the wintertime, you're going to go through this process. Typically, you're not going to do it on a snowy day, but anyway, that's the process. So I'm going to turn this off for now. We'll take a couple shots of snow blowing, and what you're going to see is it's just we're just pushing through that hole, coming back out, hitting this. We're gonna use this crazy thing to tie things up so nothing's hanging, and we're done. All right, here we go. I'm gonna cut a little spot for the mailman, you know. To keep our mailman happy, give him a little space to get off the road. Stop that wiper for you. Watching the grass line down there. Oh boy. Watching my mirrors, making sure we don't have any cars coming. They come ripping through even on a day like today. All right, there the strangest shapes. It's just a pretty wide driveway at the bottom. Time for a little bit of wiper action. There we go. It's one thing the Mule doesn't have, at least for me it doesn't, because I cheaped out. And that's just fine. If I was going to use it all the time for snow, I would definitely want a real window with a real wiper. Saw that fail this morning. That's just a little lesson, I suppose. On a night when I'm planning on using it, I would maybe want to leave it outside, throw a little tarp over it, and then we could keep it at the right temp. And oh boy, got PTO back on. All right, here we go. Now we'll just take ourselves a run up the driveway. So this is what's left over from the Mule. Again, the plow was, I had the plow tipped at a pretty decent angle. It still was letting the snow go past it on the non-angled side, so that's all right. We'll just, we'll clean her up. All right, here we go. A little bit of a strip left over. Yeah, you know what? Just take this strip out. We'll come back. We'll come back. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here. I'm going to drink Mimi's tea. I'm going to turn the tunes on this radio, which right now, I don't know if you can tell, it's on mute. I wouldn't put a radio